Penalties. Time now for the Robert Saleh Report, brought to you by Infinity.com and Sloman's. Coach, it's Michael, Don, and Peter. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're doing okay. Last week we spent a lot of time talking about Zach, and maybe I'm totally off base, but I thought Zach was pretty good yesterday. I don't think that Zach was the problem at all. What's your overview on Zach's performance?
I thought Zach did a good job yesterday. I think the interception was more credit to the 41, the linebacker, than it was any error. I thought Zach was good with his feet, good with his timing. You could second guess it and say maybe he could have went somewhere else with the ball, but I thought that linebacker, defensively speaking, made an unbelievable play on the ball. I thought we converted third downs by one of our higher rates this year. I think we were 7 of 16. We were above 50% on anything 10 or less, which was really good. So I thought we were efficient in that regard. And, but overall, obviously just the continued woes once we get into scoring zone, strike zone territory and getting ready to score points. The self-inflicted wounds that we keep seeing are really giving us is making it hard on us.
You might have the metrics. I don't. I am sure that the offense certainly is better, and then Zach's numbers are probably great between the 20s. So then you get inside the red zone, and you said there's a problem. So is it physical or is it a mental thing, especially as the games pile up without touchdowns, that it just becomes something different once you get inside the 20?
No, it does get different. So I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. I might go over a few heads, but the red zone is about precision and speed, faster decisions, precision in routes. Everything happens faster. And when you've got so much shuffling across the board and so many moving parts and so many players in and out of the lineup, things kind of get a little wonky, if you will. We definitely got to speed up all the way across the board once we get in the red zone. We got to be more efficient in the run game. We've got to be more efficient and precise in the pass game. Things are a lot tighter, obviously, so the windows are tighter. And so, things get really, really dicey in there, and it's a shame we got the first and goal from the 3 after Zach had an unbelievable scramble, and then we're in the end zone when we get the penalty. But other than that, we never really gave ourselves a chance to really see what we could do in the red zone yesterday. We had the intentional grounding on the first drive. We had the holding on the second drive on the reverse that would have had us first and goal or first down inside the 20. And then after the turnover, obviously, again, like I said, first and goal from the 3. But, when you get into the red zone, like I said, everything gets faster. We just never really gave ourselves a chance to get in there because every time we got close, we had a penalty that kicked us out.
So what is going on with the penalties? I know you said it. It's the same old story, and it's got to get fixed. But usually, when it comes to things like discipline, we look at the coach. So we're looking at you, Coach. What is going on? How do you fix this penalty problem?
No, that's fair. I always look at pre and post snap penalties as the discipline part of football. In-play penalties are more of a competitive deal in terms of you're fighting your tail off, and you might get behind the play and you hold. So you tell the player, hey, don't hold. Well, then he just gets beat and he's going to get a TFL anyway. But the in-play ones, those are the ones where we just got to continue to coach up technique, put the guys in the best position possible to be successful, and like you said, we got to knock it out of our games. That comes. It's just a matter of being on your job, being exactly where you're supposed to be when you need to be there, playing with a little bit more physicality and grit and strain, and that's an all-around thing. Coaches getting the players where they need to be, players training to get there and make sure they hold those points. But those are the in-play things. But I 100% agree with you. When things are happening pre-snap and post-snap, that it's definitely something that needs to be coached and coached out of them, whether pre-snap being an overcoaching on formations and different calls that guys get confused with to lead to certain offsides or pre-snap penalties. And then obviously post-snap where just the undisciplined nature of just personal fouls after the play, things that just where guys just fly off the handle. 100% agree with those with regards to discipline. But when it comes to in-play, I think it has more to do with it's more of a competitive issue than anything else, and things that we've got to continue to coach to make sure our guys are in the right position so they're not compromised and forcing themselves to cheat, if you will.
All right, so let me ask this the right way. And I'm sorry if I'm long-winded. I hate asking questions like that. But you've been doing this forever. You know what works. But I've been around baseball now 37 years, Coach, and I could see that the guys that are being hired by managers, as managers, they have to be nice to the players. The players don't like to be that disciplined, and if they do, the manager sometimes gets fired. These, penalties, the shooting in the foot penalties, is there an option for you, Coach, to pull a guy out the field and go, okay, now you're embarrassing the team, now I'm going to embarrass you. Sit your butt on the bench and you're not playing the rest of the game. Does that weed out penalties like that?
So we're always going to hold guys accountable. I'll let you guys find the needle from yesterday's game in terms of disciplinary action, but because there are always actions taking place in the game. Mm-hmm. I just don't make it demonstrative where everybody in the world can see it, but they are happening, and these players, they want to be held accountable. They are held accountable. You guys should know me by now. I'm never going to do it in the public's eye. It's always going to be in the privacy of our own conversation. It's going to be in the team room, and it's going to be in spots where you guys don't see. And if that makes me look bad, so be it. I'm here to coach a football team, not win brownie points for, hey, look, I'm doing my job.
That is absolutely fair, but let me throw the flip side of that. Maybe these guys need to be publicly embarrassed so that they don't continue to embarrass the team. You guys win that game yesterday without those penalties. So is there ever a thought, hey, it's not getting through to them privately. Let the whole world see that I don't like what they're doing.
First, you're right. If we don't commit penalties, I do feel like we do win that game. We probably blow the doors open in the first half.
Yep.
So you're right on that one. But I'm not going to sacrifice the integrity and the relationship I feel that is warranted with a player and the respect that they should get, just to show face. That's just me.
Oh, I'm not saying that you have to show face. I'm just saying that maybe if they were publicly embarrassed, then they wouldn't do it again. I'm not questioning you. I'm just saying.
I just don't think players are motivated that way.
Okay.
I don't think people are motivated in a way where, we're in such the heat of the battle. I don't think they look at those situations as as a way out. I don't think, because at the end of the day, they are more worried about what the locker room thinks of them than anything else.
Gotcha.
And at the end of the day, the players know what's going on. The players know what happens during the game, after the game. They know what happens in the meeting room, and so they feel more responsible to the players than anything else. Because at the end of the day, you can't hide from your teammates. You can't hide from yourself. And I think they're motivated by that more than anything.
Now, you were hot about the lack of, not the lack of a timeout, but I guess the timing of the timeout late in the game. A few seconds went off the board before they stopped the clock. What could have been done differently there? Is that all on the official? Is there something you or the team could have done to get the signal to the official quicker that you wanted the timeout?
Aside from grabbing them and putting my hands on the ref, which you're not allowed to do,
right?
I was exactly where I am all game. I'll be honest, that's the first time I've ever seen that happen, where the coach was completely disregarded in a 2-minute situation when he was trying to get a timeout in. Because when Conk went down, I think it was 19, 20 seconds left when I was yelling for a timeout, and I'm pretty sure I threw my headset at him to get his attention because I'm chasing him 30 yards downfield. But it's unfortunate. Do I think it made a big difference? No. Could have got us a little bit closer for sure. But a very unfortunate event, to be honest with you, and something that we're talking to the league about. I do want a better explanation for why that happened.
Educate me, Coach, just a little bit, because I always wondered this. Are you able to communicate to the official, I'm looking for a timeout here after this play is over? They have to know you're going to call timeout. That's why I'm just surprised that they're not looking for you to see if you're going to call a timeout. Can you communicate that before the play, or is that just something that doesn't happen?
No, they're 100%. That is something you communicate beforehand, but you still got to bang the timeout with them looking. They still got to acknowledge it, and you still have to bang the timeout. They're not just going to do it for you. The play before was a no-huddle situation, so things were moving fast. And there wasn't a situation where I could have talked to him beforehand. Because if you remember the play before, I believe Conklin got the check down, went for 10 yards, and we're scrambling to get the next play in, talking to the Hackett, hey, get the next play in, you're on the ball, you're on the ball, you're on the ball. And I'm trying to direct what I want out of the offense more than I am trying to get the referee to do his job.
Just wondering if you felt like I did. I thought that was one of the best Hail Mary plays I've ever seen, and it was so close to being completed. Zach showed great athleticism. What was your take on that final play?
I thought it was awesome that he got it off. I still don't understand how he got away from Crosby. Not many people can. It was close, but it's a shame that we were even in that situation, to be honest with you.
So, I don't know if you saw the news there, Coach, but Aaron Rodgers made some headlines last night during the game and says that his plan reportedly is to come back in mid-December. Do you have any thoughts? And if Aaron Rodgers tells you he's available, does he instantly become the starting quarterback for this football team?
I would imagine that he'd want to practice on it first, but I'm going by him and the doctors. I think we all are. If he says he's healthy and ready to practice, then he'll practice. If he says he's ready to roll, he'll roll.
All right, final thing, Coach, before we let you go. That was a big, big game yesterday. Do you feel your opportunity at a playoff spot is slipping away?
Well, anytime you lose, you feel like you're, especially yesterday. I agree with you. It's a game that we needed to win. We should have won. And now we've got to go steal one. That like we have. We've beaten some good football teams. We know that we're capable of playing at a high level, and we're capable of playing complementary football. And we've got a big challenge this week with Buffalo. They're playing tonight against Denver, and we know that they're a high-point offense, and they're going to score their points, and we've got to score them too. So right now the focus is on Buffalo. Just try to take it one game at a time. It's definitely not over. There's still a lot of football left. I think I read somewhere last year San Francisco was 4-4 after 8, and there's just a lot of football left, man. And I get it. We're in football, when you lose, it sucks, and the whole world feels like it's caving in. But all it takes is one great week of preparation and 60 minutes of great football, and everything can switch again.
Thanks, Coach. Talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.